Hello everyone, I'm Nico and welcome to Talk English with Us, the channel where you can improve your English through interesting topics, useful expressions and real-life conversations. So, have you ever told yourself, "Tonight I'm going to bed early," and then suddenly it's 1 in the morning and you're still scrolling on your phone? Yeah, me too. Every single night I make this beautiful promise to myself, and every single night my phone says, "Nah, not today." Honestly, I think just 5 more minutes is the biggest lie in the English language. It's right up there with "I'll start my diet on Monday." But here's the real question. Why does our brain dislike staying up so late? And why do we often feel absolutely terrible the next morning? Let's talk about it.
Let's start with the obvious stuff. Phones, social media, that TV show where you promised yourself just one more episode 3 episodes ago, work that follows you home, video games. And sometimes it's none of those things. Sometimes we just want a little personal time after a long, busy day. And this is actually a real thing. It even has a name. It's called revenge bedtime procrastination. Sounds dramatic, right? Basically, it means during the day we're busy. Work, family, responsibilities, more work, and by the time night comes, we feel like, wait a minute, I haven't done anything I actually wanted to do today. So we stay up late, scrolling or watching something just to feel like the day belonged to us for a little while. It's like our brain is getting revenge on a busy schedule, except the person who really suffers is us tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., not feeling great about our life choices.
Now, why does our brain even need all this sleep? I mean, sleep basically looks like doing nothing, right? You just lie there. But actually, while you're doing nothing, your brain is incredibly busy behind the scenes. Think of your brain like your phone at the end of the day. If you don't charge it, it just doesn't work well. Sleep is basically your brain's charging time. It helps your brain recover from the day. It helps you process everything that happened, all the information, all the little moments. It supports your memory, so things you learned actually stick. It helps regulate your emotions, so you don't cry over a coffee spill the next morning. And it prepares you for the next day, like your brain is quietly getting your desk ready before you sit down to work. So when you skip sleep, you're basically closing the laptop without saving your work. Not a great idea. Okay, let's talk about the next morning disaster. When you don't get enough sleep, a few lovely things happen. You feel tired, you have trouble concentrating, your energy is low, you get irritable, meaning you get annoyed really easily, you feel unmotivated, and you start making questionable decisions, like eating chocolate for breakfast because you deserve it. Let me give you a comparison. Nico at 11 p.m., full of energy, laughing at memes, feeling like a productive genius who's totally going to wake up early tomorrow and go for a run. Nico at 7 a.m. after a very late night, a completely different creature. Slow, confused, staring into the fridge like it holds the answers to life. Talking to the coffee machine like it's my therapist. Same person, 8 hours apart, completely different energy. That's what lack of sleep does to you. Let's be honest. Your phone is basically the #1 reason you're still awake right now, isn't it? Scrolling, watching exciting videos, checking notifications every 2 minutes, all of that keeps your brain stimulated, which makes it much harder to relax and fall asleep. Here's a little story you've probably lived yourself. It starts with, "I'll just watch one video." Innocent enough, right? Then, okay, one more. Still sounds reasonable. And then, somehow, wait, why is it 2 a.m.? And you have no idea how you got there. There was no plan, there was no warning, just time completely disappearing. Your phone
doesn't want you to sleep. Your phone wants you to watch just one more video, forever. It's basically the worst friend when it comes to bedtime. So, how do you know if your sleep needs some attention? A few common signs are feeling tired every morning, even after what should be enough hours, struggling to concentrate at work or school, being easily irritated by small things, needing several coffees just to feel like a functioning human, and constantly delaying bedtime night after night. Now, quick note here, these signs can have different causes, and they don't automatically mean there's a medical problem. I'm not a doctor, and this isn't medical advice, it's just useful awareness. But if these signs sound familiar, it might be worth paying a little more attention to your sleep habits.
All right, let's get practical. How do we actually fix this? First, choose a regular bedtime, something realistic, not "I'll sleep at 9 p.m. starting tomorrow," because we both know that's not happening. Gradually move your bedtime earlier, maybe 15 minutes at a time. Reduce stimulating content before bed, so maybe not an action movie or an intense video game right before you try to sleep. Create a relaxing evening routine. Keep your phone away from your bed, yes, physically away, not just on silent next to your pillow. Prepare things for the next day so your brain isn't thinking about them while you're trying to relax. And please, don't try to change everything overnight. Pun absolutely intended. The key word here is consistent. Small, consistent changes work so much better than one dramatic new lifestyle that lasts exactly one day.
Let me give you an example of a simple 30-minute routine, just as a suggestion, not a strict rule. Finish your work and mentally close that chapter of the day. Reduce your phone use, prepare a few things for tomorrow, like your clothes or your bag, relax for a bit, maybe stretch, maybe just breathe. Read a few pages of a book, and then, finally, go to bed. 30 minutes, that's it. It's not complicated, and it doesn't require buying anything fancy. Just a little intention.
Now, let's grab some useful vocabulary from today's episode. Perfect for your English practice. First, stay up late, meaning to not go to bed until very late. I stayed up late last night watching a series. Second, lack of sleep. Lack of sleep can really affect your mood. Third, feel exhausted, meaning to feel extremely tired. I feel exhausted after a late night. Fourth, have trouble concentrating. When I'm tired, I have trouble concentrating at work. Fifth, recover, meaning to return to a normal state after something tiring. Your body needs time to recover. Sixth, delay bedtime, meaning to push your sleep time later. Try not to delay bedtime too much. Seventh, bedtime routine. I'm trying to build a relaxing bedtime routine. Eighth, be in a bad mood. I'm always in a bad mood when I haven't slept enough. Ninth, feel sleepy. I start to feel sleepy around 10, but I ignore it. And 10th, get enough sleep. It's important to get enough sleep every night. Great expressions to use in daily conversation. Try using a couple of them today.
All right, here's a small challenge for you. For the next 7 days, try going to bed a little earlier and pay attention to how you feel the next morning. Just a little earlier, we're not asking for miracles here. And I'd love to know how it goes, so share your experience in the comments. Did you feel more energetic, more focused, less like a zombie? Let me know.
So here's a thought to take with you. Sometimes we think staying up late gives us more time, but the next morning our brain usually sends us the bill, and trust me, that bill is never cheap. Sleep is so important for your energy, your concentration, and your mood. It's not just resting, it's your brain doing essential work while you're not even paying attention. So, tonight, before you say, just 5 more minutes on my phone, ask yourself, is my brain really going to thank me tomorrow morning? Thanks so much for watching this episode of Talk English with us. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this episode with another English learner who also needs to hear this. See you in the next one, and sleep well.